Hi there, everyone. I am so sorry. Hi, everyone. It's Armand Beasley here. Apologies for the delay in this live video. We're 20 minutes behind. We are joined by the fabulous, hopefully shortly, Ojas. So Ojas, again, please accept my apologies. It's me being a complete technophobe, but trying to get the login details for Makeup Week India. So Ojas is going to join us ever so shortly. Here we go. There we go. I've got you. First of all, my name's Armand Beasley, celebrity makeup artist based in the UK. I've got the gorgeous honour of interviewing celebrity makeup artists.
Hi, my darling.
Oh,
love you, my darling.
I'm so sorry. Please accept my
Not
apology.
at all, not at all, not at all. I totally understand.
Crazy. I'm just going to turn these comments off because we've got already getting loads of comments.
Oh, wow, that's good.
You are very much loved, let me tell you.
Thank you so much. So are you, my darling. We're so excited to go through the look with you. So I want you to guide me, darling, what your version of a no makeup Bollywood look would be, darling.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think, to be honest, the whole look is inspired by Hollywood. Because like I said, when I started 25 years back, when I started doing the no makeup look using just, very little foundation, they used to think I'm crazy. Because, in India, they were predominantly using a lot of Kryolan and, pan stick makeup, pancake makeup. So it took a lot of convincing to make them get convinced that, oh my God, you need to kind of, slow down your makeup products and start using more liquid foundation. You get such stunning products nowadays that you don't have to worry. So I would love to go ahead with you and, maybe learn your tips and tricks, because that'll be like a blessing in disguise.
Oh my goodness. Well, I am very honored.
No, I really mean it. I really mean it.
Thank you, darling. I would love to share with you as we go along, and then because this is a great thing about makeup artists like us working together. You know what? You never stop learning, and I'm hoping that I learn lots of tips from you, and then we can learn from each other. And then we've also got a lot of people. The figures are flying up now of who are watching us. So makeup artists out there, please do send us your comments. Afterwards, I will ask Ojas if we can, because obviously I want to try and get rid of the comments at the bottom of the screen so we can allow Ojas to do her demonstration. So forgive me for turning off the comments right now. But Ojas, first of all, it's great to see you over there in Mumbai. I'm obviously here in the UK, Manchester. And I wish I could be there with you in person, but hopefully...
But we're praying you come back soon. We're really praying you come back soon, seriously.
And I would love to. So as soon as we can travel, I will be over there like a shot. And we can do some more creative work together.
Oh my God, that'll be the day. That'll be the day.
So tell me a little bit about your background and how you got into the crazy world of beauty.
So basically, I've been a chartered accountant by profession because, my parents were very strict of getting your education right. And my father was an accountant, so he always expected me to be, having some degree. Now they feel it's like a safety measure for them because when we started 25 years back, makeup wasn't a very respectable profession in India. They would say, oh my God, what, you are a barber or whatever, that's what the term they used to, use, which is very derogatory. But I think that's what the mentality was. But luckily, like I said, because in India, if the foreign tagline, always puts you up on that scale. So I had made up my mind because my mom found me to camp and to OTT to be in Bombay. So she pushed me off to Miami where my mom's sister lives. And my mom's sister and her daughter are Spanish. So they were so loving. They said, Ojas, you need to follow your dream. You cannot be bullied like that. And they enrolled me in the Miami School of Hair and Makeup. And I also learned costume styling. So that was like a very confidence boost for me because I was somewhere down the line very lost. So I think this is a message for all the viewers. Please follow your dreams. Do not give up on your dreams because I think, when we follow our dream, then we're persistent. Our dreams become a passion and our passion become reality. And that's how we get success, because otherwise just for doing a job and just, we have to go to work, we do this, that's not going to give you the excitement. That's not going to give you the success story. You have to definitely work hard for it. But you have to dream big. And if you dream big, things really happen. I'm the living example of it. And also then I feel, in India, when I came back, like I said, they had this very, because she come from abroad, so maybe, she'd be having some style. So then people started trying me out. And with due respect to all the Bollywood stars, I'm totally grateful to them because they never asked me once for a trial. And I don't understand this word trial, because I tell a lot of fellow makeup artist colleagues, my juniors, my academy students, that never do anything for free, because I'm sure you agree with me that when you do a free trial or something free, they never book you and they never credit you. They might think you're a desperado who's coming and doing their makeup for free.
No, I do agree. I mean, I do trials sometimes for brides, but I always charge. I never do.
Yeah, why would you do it for free? Right? And it's your credibility, your whole whatever your whole perfection which you're there at, and that's why you're a name. That's why they're coming to you, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah. But of course, they have to pay for your time. We're serious about what we do, and it is a profession for us.
Even your ideas, you're going to share all your ideas with them.
Yeah. And you have to also spend a lot of money building up your kit. So you can't really, I don't believe you can do things for free. So I totally agree with you there, Ojas. Exactly. So you came back to India and
and then I think busy. I started working as a costume stylist, I used to do clothes and everything. And thanks to a lot of designers, there was Sunil Shetty with the movie star who helped me out. His wife was a designer. Anna Singh is a very famous designer. Manish Malhotra. I love Anna. Anna's a darling. She's a wildcat child, but super fun. And Manish Malhotra and me used to model as students. So I think that somewhere down the line, because it's model everything, so people said, okay, why not give it a try? But like I said, it was a homophobic country, and they never took me seriously earlier. But like I never gave up. I've always been a go-getter. So I always felt that don't worry, because you're feeling that I'm like that and you're slapping me on my face, my good work is going to be a slap on your face. And I started doing one work better than the other. And the photographer started recommending me, and I got my first Coca-Cola commercial with Aishwarya Rai, who's the most beautiful lady of the world, and gorgeous. She's already a big name now, but that time she was the ruling queen of Bollywood, which she's still now, but you know what I'm saying? So never did she ask me for a trial, or never did Urmila ask me for a trial, or never did a Malaika the Indian J-Lo. So I think one work after the other kind of, got my confidence right, and even I won the confidence of these stars who were working with me. And thanks to all the producers, directors, who kind of literally helped me hone my skills better. Because like you said, we always learn, because every actor, every technician has their ideas, their input, the lighting, the camera person, even they give their input. So you learn so much on the job, which made me a better person, a better professional, I would say. Then I think because of Bollywood, bridal market opened up lovely avenues. So, that was a good thing. I don't know if you know, there was a movie called Jodha Akbar.
Yes, yeah.
With Aishwarya's very simple makeup, very subtle makeup. So that makeup started ruling the trend, 13, 14 years back,
Yes.
And that time, then people started calling us. In fact, my first bride was in London only, in Leicester City. She's a Gujarati. They call the Popat family. They own a lot of motels over there called the Gables. If you heard of Gables, it's a very big chain.
Okay.
So that was my first ever bride, because she was very fascinated with the whole look. So she booked me and the same designer who did the clothes. So then my dream started happening, and today I have my own academy from the past 8 years, which is a blessing. And then we're still working hard. Like I said, we're still learning on the job, trying to update ourselves. In fact, today only another makeup artist and we were discussing. In fact, we want to know your take on that. We've been all thinking of buying the ultraviolet sterilizer box that you get. There's a box which you can keep in your studio, in your academy, or there's the one which you can carry it around with you also.
Yes.
What is your take on that, darling, so that we can disinfect all our tools?
Yeah, well, the thing is, the most important thing is that you cleanse your tools as you go. And I still see a lot of makeup artists not cleansing their hands and not cleansing their brushes between clients. So I think once you have to use your normal cleansers on your tools, as you normally would do, and then put them in the sterilizing kit.
Definitely, yeah, of course.
It's not a shortcut. You can't just think, I've got all my dirty products, I'll put them in the kit and magically clean.
Right, you need to wash them. You need to wash them,
absolutely.
Cleanse them.
Yeah.
But it's worth an investment, right, in that?
I don't know. Personally, I haven't invested in it as yet.
Okay. Normally, if you've seen salons have it, if you've seen all the salons always have it, right? They have that little box.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of makeup artists now buying the little portable UV kits.
Right.
It's not something that I'm invested in as yet. Maybe I will do down the line, but I think my hygiene standards are very, very high anyway.
That we always have been learned. And I think whether it's Corona or no Corona, I've been telling the audience that please make sure that's a thumb rule for every time. You need to cleanse your brushes, your tools every time, whether it's Corona or no Corona, because that's how you're going to maintain the kit well. Your products are going to get spoiled. In other words, you get a lot of fungus happening, a lot of And it's
Yeah.
expensive stuff, like you said, we can't afford to lose expensive stuff.
Yeah. And also, you've got to be careful about how you treat your products. You know, never blow on a powder brush. And I still see makeup artists blowing on the powder brush to get rid of excess powder and then putting it on somebody's face.
Or even on lashes, I've seen that,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, blowing on the lashes. And then I also see people get their lip brush on a lipstick, wipe it onto the lipstick, then put it straight onto somebody's lip, and then go back and reapply. And, you know, obviously that's cross-contamination. You really mustn't do that. But, you know, we should definitely have a chat about hygiene at another time,
Oh,
because I
we
think
must do an
that's something
episode on hygiene,
that would
definitely,
be really
definitely.
good.
It'll be
But tell me
pleasure.
about your no makeup look, because I am ready and I've reported for beauty camp.
Okay, so I've already used a primer and a concealer. I've used the Tatcha moisturizer. Yeah, I'm sure you know about the Tatcha moisturizer, the best moisturizer
Which
you'll
one?
ever use. It's
Which one
called
is
the
it?
Tatcha.
No, I haven't tried that one.
Oh, you've not tried Tatcha? It's a
No.
fantastic moisturizer. So it
Okay.
holds the makeup very well, really, really well, and the makeup stays put. So, and after that, I've used the Laura Mercier primer.
Gorgeous
So
product.
that's the primer.
Yeah.
So that, because I have a little pores, I have a lot of fine pores, so I've used the primer very correctively wherever I need, especially on the cheek area.
Okay.
And then I'm not a very foundation person, because on my face, foundation doesn't really agree. I don't know why. Whenever I put foundation, you must in fact tell me, this, Armand, whenever I put the best of foundation, my foundation looks very patchy. So I use a tinted sunscreen by Bioderma.
Okay. Yes.
So this really works on me. I don't get breakouts, nothing. My skin behaves. It looks very clean. So I've used this all over with the beauty blender.
Okay.
And then I've just used a little bit for concealer, which is my favorite again. So I've mixed two concealers. I've mixed the cafe color of NARS. NARS, the Radiant Creamy Concealer. So I've used the cafe because I have a lot of pigmentation on this area.
Yes.
So because this is a little warm pink undertone, it cuts my greenery, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Yeah.
So I've used that to camouflage my upper lip area and the chin area. And then I've used the light medium color of Tarte Shape on my under eye, a little bit on the nose and ear. And I avoid putting it too much here because, again, it gets stuck in my pores. So what I do is I use my finger, and whatever product I've used here, I just pull it down.
Okay.
So it gives me a flawless feel.
Okay.
And then I've just used very little loose powder by Laura Mercier on a powder puff. I've taken it like that and I've just dabbed the powder. That's all. And I've done my eyebrows. That's all.
Super. Looks great.
What do you think? Is it fine, you think? Or would you have any other remedies to cover the pores, anything?
No, I think it looks great. I think when it comes to open pores and pores, anything that's got a silica in there will actually help to clear over and glide over the pores to help disguise them.
Right.
I use the Smashbox primer, actually.
Ah, okay.
And I find that's really good, the photo finish one, because
photo finish one, right?
Yeah, it feels silky smooth, glides over open pores, and just allows the canvas to
so
be
I must
really
try
perfect.
that.
Yeah,
because I've tried the Benefit, but the Benefit didn't do anything on my face.
I don't like it.
It's too waxy. I didn't like it because then what if the makeup becomes like one blob and it doesn't move, nothing moves. So I must try the Smashbox. So guys, hope you're listening. Smashbox is a primer to invest in.
Yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite primers, definitely.
Oh my God, that's lovely. And then I was thinking of using the Naked palette on my eyes.
Okay, so this is the Urban Decay Naked palette.
Yeah. No.
Which one is that?
The Huda Beauty. Huda Beauty.
Yeah. Huda Beauty. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So I love the colors there. They have some beautiful colors to play with all these naked colors.
Oh, that's gorgeous. How many shades are in that, Ojas? I think there are about 18 shades in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love the shades. They're very subtle, very soft, very pretty looking. And then I'm going to use the NARS blush later on when we come to the blush and the highlighter. So if you can help me to do the eyes. So I don't really need a primer because I already put a little concealer over here. So I'm going to avoid putting any primer on the eyes.
Okay.
So what I normally like to do is I take the fluffy brush.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to play with these colors, like these subtle peachy pink colors.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And I love these first two colors. They're very soft. So what I normally do is I first draw my crease because I always feel it opens up the eye. And if you've seen the Bollywood trend or even like our Hollywood trends, you know, if you've seen the girls wear lashes, but they have a lovely crease, not too much of shadow. They just have a little sheen in the front. So that's what I'm going to try and replicate and see if I go
Super.
right. So I love drawing this half crease.
And what brushes do you use, Ojas? Do you have a variety of
I
brands?
have a
Or
mix
what?
of everything. I have a mix of Bobby Brown. I have a few Mac. I have a few, you know, so many ones. So
Okay.
depends. Because sometimes what happens, you travel, so you get love this brush, you love that brush, so you get a little, you know, intimidated by them. So, and then you can't do without them. But also, what happens when I buy, I always touch it and feel it because sometimes even Mac has the most pokey brushes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the client say, "Oh my God, it's poking," and when it's darling, it's not made in my factory, darling.
Okay, so you just smudging that into the crease of the
Socket,
eye,
just with the socket.
and that is it's kind of a peachy tone, isn't it?
Yeah, I love more coral tones. I'm a very big fan of coral tones, so that's why I'm using a little more peachy tone.
I love coral as well. I think it just really brightens up the eyes, especially with brown eye.
Completely.
It really just brings out more amber tones in the eyes.
True, true. And then I'm taking the fluffy brush and just blending it all clockwise, anti-clockwise, so it doesn't look like a blob.
Okay.
I like it slightly pulled out. If you know what I'm saying, nowadays the trend is like nice pulled out eyeshadow. I'm using a liner. I don't like liner. They're kind of very aunty looking.
Yeah.
So I hate the liner. Also, I love the brown color.
And I think that's a good point, Ojas. When you're pulling out the eyeshadow, try and remember for the people at home to go higher, so they go at an angle. Because sometimes if you come down, it will draw your eye down.
Yeah, it'll
But
make
as
it
you
droopy.
did, you pulled it up, so it creates that beautiful angle, which is very, very
And
flashy.
keep the eyes lifted. Oh wow, I love that idea. I hope guys y'all are listening. I think that's the most gorgeous tip he's ever given us. So please, here, darling, and watch. Then I'm taking the Narcissus palette, brown.
Okay.
So I'm going to take one of these browns.
Okay.
Just to deepen my crease here. Just a half C, like a half C.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the way it is.
And that's going from the center point of the crease outwards.
Yeah, just the center. You don't bring it down because, like you said, it's going to weigh your eye down.
Yeah.
And I have a little droopy corners. So I have to be very careful. And what I feel, just doing this half C kind of, like you said, it lifts your eye. Because what happens, a lot of times we've seen clients or actresses also with the constant threading or lack of sleep, they have a lot of puffiness here. So
Yes.
the eye goes like this. The minute you do this, this kind of lifts it up completely.
Yeah.
And I always love J-Lo. She gets this crease so bang on. I don't know how, but hers is like, oh my God. But also I feel some eyes really have naturally that crease. So I've always wondered that when people don't have a good eyelid, to draw the crease and get that perfection is sometimes a task. What do you advise us on that?
Well, again, as people are maturing, the eye area tends to droop a little bit. So it is important as people look ahead that they find that center point, the pupil, start there and then just shade out. And then I would do a coral and a tiny little bit of pink, just slightly higher here at the outer edge of the eye. And again, that just gives that blush of youth just at the outer edge. And I think that looks really, really pretty.
Wow, that's a great idea. So we're going to try and use a bit of coral here.
Gorgeous.
Just on this portion, right?
Perfect. Yeah.
Am I right?
Lovely. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of L'Oreal ads. They have this kind of effect and it looks really stunning.
That's beautiful.
So it also adds freshness, right? Am I right or wrong? It adds a little freshness.
Absolutely.
Okay, then I'm going to also try and take a little bit of the brown shadow on my lower lash line just to open up my eyelashes.
Is this a matte shade, Ojas?
Yeah, these are matte finish. Matte finish.
And again, that's another point. I think it's important when you're doing a very natural look to try and go as much as possible for matte shades. because the shimmer and the glitters, you're playing too much with texture. And as you're doing there now, you're using more matte shades and satin finishes, which really makes the complexion look super fresh.
Better, definitely, definitely. Wow, guys, I hope you all understand this tip and trick. What he's explaining is so true that sometimes we get carried away using too much of shimmer. But you know, in India, I don't know if you know this, whatever shimmer you put, they feel it's still less. They feel you should just empty the whole goddamn palette on their face. It's like, oh my God, to convince them is like a nightmare. But I'm sure people who are watching this show are going to enjoy it. Also, what I'm doing is I'm slightly exaggerating the outer area a little up. So
Yeah.
I'm
Again,
just
it's going
dragging
at
it
that
out.
angle. So Ojas is going at that angle, which gives that beautiful elongated look to the eye that lifts the eye up beautifully.
Right. And like I said, I'm not a very liner person, so I just like a little bit of drama in the edges. And then I'm going to try and use is a brown pencil. I wanted to ask your advice on that, in fact.
Okay.
If you've seen the brown shimmer pencil by MAC called Teddy.
Yeah.
It's like a very soft brown.
Okay.
So I normally take the eyebrow cross brush, the angular brush, on the pencil.
Yes.
Because I've tried doing the pencil directly, but it becomes too broad. And
Yes.
I'm going to just draw it on my lash line.
Yeah.
For a very soft, diffuse look. Because black, I feel, makes me look like a witch. Doesn't suit me. So I've always noticed, Armand, that a lot of time when we use black, I feel either the person looks harsh or it doesn't just go with them. So I try and use a brown pencil. But would you have any other recommendation in terms of brown?
Well, it depends on what kind of shade of brown it is. If it's, I would avoid anything with a red undertone to it, because sometimes it can make the eyes look a little bit sore.
Okay.
So more of a flat tone of brown, so slightly more cooler tone of brown, along the lash line like that. But you know what? Even a grey might look quite good.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a lovely idea.
Like
oh wow,
deep
definitely
grey,
want
like
to try
a
grey and send your picture. Seriously, that's a brilliant idea because I've never tried a grey and I think it looked very nice. And I could maybe try colored lenses. Wow, that would be ultimate.
Insane. That would be really cool.
Like I've seen foreigners because they have lovely colored eyes. The grey looks so beautiful. You find a lot of air hostesses doing it if you've seen.
Yes, yeah. But that steely grey can look really, really nice.
Yeah,
and especially then when you curl the lashes and you zigzag your mascara, when the lashes turn out, that really contrasts nicely next to the grey. So that can look
oh my God, that looks stunning. That looks stunning. So I'm going to try and do the mascara like you said.
Yeah, so zigzagging from root to tip. What mascara are you using there, Jess?
That's a Forever 52.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really nice. I really love it. It's not too thick and it separates the lashes because sometimes you get certain mascaras where eyelashes look too clumpy.
Yeah. Have you tried the Too Faced brand?
No. Would you advise that?
Wow, it's amazing. So the brand is called Too Faced.
Right.
You get it internationally. And the mascara is called Better Than Sex.
Wow. Okay, my God, I must buy this.
It's amazing.
Is it in Sephora? Is it available at Sephora?
You can try. You can try.
Okay.
It might be in Nika, actually.
Oh, wow. I must check Nika. That's a very good idea.
Yeah, but Better Than Sex is great for anybody that's got straight eyelashes because it really fans up the lashes and curls them up. It's amazing.
Oh my God, that's a blessing. And then I'm going to try and use a beigeish white pencil by Kiko Milano.
Okay.
In my waterline.
I really like Kiko. I think they're a very good brand.
Very good brand. Very good
pencil.
And it's not too stark also. The color's like a very beigeish white. It just opens up but looks subtle. Doesn't look
Yeah, it does. Yeah, because a lot of the time people can use white and it looks too stark. But that's really natural.
Soft and nice. And then I'm going to try and use my favorite blush by NARS.
Okay.
It's called Orgasm. I think if I come to the UK, I end up buying the whole NARS. So it's like too tempting. I love NARS products. Oh my God. And it has a lovely creme blush as well as the powder. Creme doesn't look so good in my face because I have pores. So I try and use a little bit of the powder blush. So I always pout while doing it so that I just get a little cheekbone effect, otherwise my face looks fat. And I blend it somewhere near the eyeshadow also.
Okay. So you're going under the cheekbone to the temple, and you've just popped a little bit on the nose as well.
Yeah. And a little bit on the forehead just to get a little sun-kissed look.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of this?
That's really nice. Yeah.
I love this color. I am in so much in love with this. And you know what? It's so out of stock all the time when we buy it. Did you know that we have a NARS store at the International Airport, Bombay?
Oh, right. Okay. Really?
Yeah. So every time we travel and we try to look for this thing, it's out of stock. But imagine the amount of business they're doing is like crazy.
I know. It's a phenomenally selling product, that.
But I think makeup is one thing. There is no kind of, low business or nothing. There's no recession, nothing. People want to buy makeup, which is good for us,
Exactly. And there's a product by Makeup Atelier Paris. That's very nice.
What is it called?
Makeup Atelier Paris.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They're a brand. They're very good. You can get them online.
Okay.
Also, Inglot do a really
Oh, yeah. I love Inglot glitters. Oh, my God. I used to be the brand ambassador in India with Inglot for 3 years.
Did
I
you?
was for L'Oreal Paris for 3 years. And after L'Oreal Paris, I was at Inglot also. So I've done a lot of events. In fact, the eyeshadow palette is a huge one. Oh my God. And they have something called Duraline. You've heard of the drops of Duraline?
Yes, yeah.
Oh my God. They make all pigments stay so beautifully.
Yeah.
So beautifully.
So that's a good one. Viewers, if you're watching this, Duraline by Inglot. Exceptionally good for controlling your glitter, fixing it in place, controlling eyeliner, fixing it in place. Also. It's beautiful. Yeah, I like the brand. And I also like the fact you can build up your colors.
Definitely. Or if you want to do fluorescent colors, when you want to do a fluorescent green shadow, it really helps to build and hold the color for a longer time.
Exactly. Yeah. That looks great.
So next, I'm going to try and use the Huda highlighter. I'm so much in love with it. I'm going to use it very little left now, almost over.
You need a new palette.
I need a new palette. So I'm going to use this color. This is my favorite.
Okay.
So just above my blush for a little dewy glow.
Okay, so that's going next to the NARS blusher.
Yeah.
And just to give it a little bit more depth of color.
Yeah, just gives a little sheen and a little element of glow.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you heard of this Indian brand called Bollywood. Have you heard of Bollywood?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, I should give it to you when you come next time. They've sent me a lot of goodies.
Oh,
so they've come up with these twin highlighter. They're really pretty. Ooh. They have a color peach and gold. Then they have a pink and a beige. And then they have like a raspberry color and a beige.
Gorgeous.
And they have to dye. Because if you see the effect, it's really nice.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So it's like an instant lifter.
Yep. That has really lifted the complexion. It's fused the colors together, so it's made the cheekbone pop.
Yeah, and then I'm using the beige color just a little bit on my nose and my chin.
Yeah.
And a little bit on the cheekbone.
Okay.
That's it. And I'm going to use my finger just a little bit over here on my brow bone. Very subtle, not too much.
Uh-huh.
So what I normally do is to, if you can correct me if I'm doing this right or wrong, I normally do this and this.
Yep.
This is a good way of doing it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And a little bit in my nose. That's all. That's my makeup, always, which I do. I don't normally do more than this. And then I do my lips, which I'm going to ask your help because I always struggle with my lips. So this is without outlining. I think a lot of people think I've done Botox, but if you see me without outline, there's nothing.
Okay.
See, my upper lip is very small, if you notice. I normally have to draw it out.
Do you sometimes put the highlighter just on your Cupid's bow? Have you tried that?
I've never done that. You would advise that? Would you advise me that?
Yeah, because that will really bring out the pout in your lips.
Ah, okay. So I should try today with you.
The lip, when you line the lip and you blend that in a little bit, pop a little bit of the highlighter just above the Cupid's bow, and that will really bring out the lips for you.
Oh, wow. Thank you. So now I'm using the lovely pencil by Nika. You've heard of Nika, obviously.
Yeah.
So I love the Nika pencils, and they have a color called Petal. It's like a very soft rose color, really pretty color. I'm going to sharpen the pencil, sorry.
Yep. And that's another good thing as well. That's a little tip for
This is a
anybody
lovely
watching at
color.
home. Always sharpen your pencils in front of your clients so they see that the pencil is clean. So that's for any tip. That's a tip for people at home.
Okay, guys, I hope you all are listening. I think this is a golden tip given by Arman that always sharpen your pencil. Maybe you can clean it up also and use it in front of the client so they know how how much of hygiene care you're taking. Others will think you're like just one laid back person.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to try and do my lip.
Okay, so you're starting from the Cupid's bow, moving outwards.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, is it fine, Arman?
Yep. Yep. Perfect. And then do you shade in a little bit? Do you blur that line down?
Yeah, I mix this inside.
Yeah. Super.
And then I have a similar lip balm, which is my favorite by MAC.
Okay.
So ideally, I try and mix it into my lipstick.
Do you ever wear a gloss? Do you ever go for a lip gloss? Or do you tend to?
I like a gloss, but what happens, Arman, my hair goes like that, and then the whole thing goes for a toss. I try and avoid a gloss. It's a little cumbersome at times.
Yeah.
Especially when people like us are all the time on the go, running, working, really going for a party, then maybe I put a little gloss in the center. So I'm using this lovely color, a very, very favorite color of mine called number 10. It's by Red and Black Cosmetics. I endorse this brand in Bombay.
Okay.
It's a Korean brand, and they have some lovely lip colors. I must share them some with you. And I'm using this lovely watermelon color lip balm by MAC.
Super.
Okay. So I mix a little bit so that it doesn't look too dry. And it goes with the lip pencil color. And what I feel is however tired you are, this color makes you look fresh. What do you think, Arman?
Yeah, you know what? Now it's switched because even though it's quite a subtle color, it's switched the attention to the lips. So I think this is a really good look for if you were going out day to night, you could add this color. But what you could have done instead of using the petal is go for almost like a nude, fill in the whole of your lip with the nude and then just add the gloss. So it's a lot more softer. But this is definitely day going into evening. So you've managed to make a natural look.
I can lighten it slightly.
Yeah. You've made it a natural look, more wearable for the evening as well. So for people that don't really want to wear a lot of makeup or they don't want to wear bright colors, this is a great look for those people.
Okay. And I wanted to guide me how to put the highlighter you were saying in the center.
Okay. So Ojas, where you see here, if you just do that, so you just take your Cupid bow ever so slightly down, and then with your highlighter and a very fine, that's it, and a very fine brush, just there, where you can see my, just a little bit of a line with your highlighter there, and that will very subtly catch the light and make that pout look a little bit more. That's perfect.
Yeah. Oh wow, I love that.
Very subtle. It's super subtle.
It's very subtle, yeah.
And you can even put a little bit of that highlighter just on the heart of the
center. I have something like this by Huda. I think they've given me this two-tone lip color.
Ooh.
It's like a very beigeish sheen kind of a thing.
Super.
I love this. It's so yummy. It is so yummy. I can't tell you. I think Huda lipstick, I think nobody can really beat the Huda lipstick. Their lipsticks
Huda are doing so well. They are killing it at the moment. And
they really last long. But tell me something. I have some Inglot lipsticks, Armand. And again, I was having the problem that they feel very dry. Like when you put it for the client, they look fabulous. But after a while, if the inside portion starts looking a little gone, what do you do for that?
Okay. What are you using on the lips beforehand as a balm?
Just a lip balm.
Okay, try and go. Make sure that you use a lip balm that doesn't have any petroleum in,
So
because
you think Blistex works? Blistex?
no, I wouldn't
Carmen?
use that. So I would use. I'm trying to think of a brand that's pretty universal that you can get hold of. Even a bit of coconut oil. If you've got some coconut
Oh,
oil,
wow.
put that on the
Okay.
lips first because it is quite conditioning. But always look for a brand if you can that doesn't have any petroleum in, because that will dry the lip out further.
Okay.
I would use that first. Then I would use a creamy concealer all over the lip. Then,
Oh,
so that will
okay.
create a barrier, and then put that product on if you wanted to use that product.
Oh my God, that's such a wonderful tip, guys. I hope you heard him. He said use a coconut oil base on your lips, then use a creamy concealer as a base, and then do your lipstick. And he said it's going to last you for a long time. I'm going to try this today. I hope y'all are going to try this and have fun. And please send us your DMs. How happy are you with these tips? Because I think this is really going to be a lifetime tip. That's so sweet of you, Arman. My God.
Oh, bless you.
And also, Arman, for contouring a face like mine, my face is a little big, to be very honest. I have a big face. So I've always noticed the more I contour my face, the more obvious it looks. The more subtle I leave it, it looks softer.
Yeah.
Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you can see the shape of your features. You haven't got broad features, really. You've got good cheekbones there. If you wanted to do anything, just go for 1 or 2 shades deeper of
Okay.
powder, just to go down the bridge of the nose and underneath the jawline. That's all you would need to do. But I think when people start using contour sticks,
Oh my God, I
with
don't like it.
stripes, it's too strong. So it's not flattering. So if you went for 1
Exactly.
shade or 2 shades darker than your normal powder,
What color would you advise me from this?
no, you need more of a complexion powder. Have you got anything that actually probably the second one from the bottom on the left hand side?
Sorry, come again.
The second one from at the top.
Okay, sorry. Second one from the top. This one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Probably that
okay.
one. But if you've got any kind of face powder that's matte, that's not shimmery.
This matte, completely matte.
Yeah, completely matte, and 1 or 2 shades deeper than the normal powder that you would use on your face. That's all you need for
Okay.
here, and here. So try
Let me
that, and it
try
will look
this.
super soft, super subtle. But you need a straight brush as well. What brush have you got?
Is that
Okay, you're
okay?
pinching it. Yeah, you're pinching it. So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then, just under the cheekbone. When you start off with the color, Ojas, try and start here and then go under. So the saturation of color
start here
is stronger, and then it fades out there.
and go like that.
Yeah, because
Oh
sometimes
wow.
when I see people do this, they get more color here.
Exactly.
And it doesn't work. So if you start here and then sweep it under.
Okay, so I start here.
Yeah.
And then go down.
Yeah. So start really from the temple and go down. That's perfect.
Oh wow, I'm learning so much, guys. I hope everybody is watching this. My God, this is really a blessing. See, actually, that's helped. Oh my God, I love you. God bless you, my love. Now, would you advise me to shade my forehead with the same color or no?
I don't think you need to, because you haven't
right?
really got a huge forehead. The only people that have a very big forehead needs to shade in a little bit, but no, you don't need to do
No, right?
that.
So is it
And you've got
perfect
your
both
natural
sides?
shadow from your hair.
Is it perfect both sides?
A little bit more on
On this side, right? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So again, you said
Start
from the bottom and go here.
Start from the top where your finger is and sweep down. That's it.
Oh wow, I love this tip. I am so very happy.
There you go.
God bless you, my love.
You look
and then you said the same thing here, right, Arman?
Yeah. So just literally here down, just swiping it down.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh my God, that feels so much nicer.
Just a touch of highlighter down the bridge of the nose.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Everybody needs. It's when people start to put too much highlighter on, it just looks
then it looks too oily, the nose. So just a sweep here.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, right? Yeah, because sometimes people do overboard. And also wanted to ask your advice. Like, all my students have asked me to ask you, like we were discussing that on Instagram, sometimes it's very deceptive the way they show the makeup. That they're taking like a whole chocolate corner, putting this, putting it here, doing this, doing that, or putting so much of foundation. Normally, otherwise, if you've seen people like you, me, or so many other makeup artists barely use foundation too much because then it starts looking too much.
Yeah.
But you're they showing they're taking a beauty blend and they're applying this shade and that shade and applying so much of concealer, which is all the way. It's a gimmick, right? We don't advise putting so much of product, right?
No, and you know what? Because we work with people in real life, so they're not on Instagram, they're not having a filter put on them. It's for a wedding, it's for a movie or whatever. Less is more. You really want the skin to be able to breathe. You want to help to educate people into looking after their skin, and especially in a climate like India.
Oh my
You know,
God.
it's so humid. So when people put on a lot of product that has a lot of silicone in there, it can suffocate the skin and it just looks really, really cakey. So less is more. Just focus on foundation where you need it. I
Okay.
never put foundation around the eyes. It's always just concealer around the eyes because the eye area is 40% fine, the rest is on the face.
Oh
So,
my God.
so
Thank you.
just be precise where you put it, and never take it down to the neck as well, unless people have got any kind of scar tissue here or blemishes. I always stop here, and by the time it gets to the jawline, you shouldn't be able to tell where your foundation starts and stops.
Oh my God, thank you. Because I had a girl who's, I'm started my online classes last night, and this is one girl, and she was like, "So, oh no, but this is what I've been taught, and this is what is shown on Instagram, and no, they have to put this." And she literally wants to put foundation first all over her face. All over means all over, like a face pack. Then she puts concealer, and I felt, and then they said, "Oh my God, my under eye is creasing." But that's what's going to happen, right?
Of course, yeah, that is going to happen. And you want to ask somebody really, why are they putting so much makeup on? Do they feel as if they need it? And then I think when
You know, they tell us that because you're charging so much, how come you're being so stingy, you're putting less product? It's like, babe, it's not about that. You know, the Indian mentality is that, oh my God, she's charging so much money, but look at her, she's hardly using any foundation concealer. But how do you convince them?
but isn't that flattering to say you don't need all this makeup because you're beautiful? That's
I
the
wish
best.
they would understand that.
That is the best thing to say. So if somebody's saying to you, why are you not putting so much on? You just say you don't need it.
Oh my God, that's so
But it's
true.
great.
Also, another thing love to ask you is, Armand, especially like you said, Indian weather in Bombay, especially, you know, we're shooting for long hours, and definitely the cameramen don't want you to put too much foundation. Like when I personally, I rather play more with concealer than foundation,
Yeah.
because it starts looking very masky, especially on this area, it looks like a mask. And then
Yeah.
you go on the set and say, oh my God, reduce it, and the actor makes a big face, oh no, I want it. And you know, you're in such a difficult situation because you have to make the actress happy and then you have to make the cameraman happy and all.
Yeah.
Also, we try and convince them that, especially here, I try to put as less as possible because you don't get it melts or starts cracking.
Yes.
What would you advise? Is there a product or a primer that you would advise us to put for somebody who has a lot of fine lines, or because actresses 30 plus tend to have a lot of creases happening very fast, you know, after makeup, maybe after 2 hours, you know, the lines start showing or laugh lines start showing.
Yeah.
So is there a particular primer that you swear by and you would like to share with us?
I think the Smashbox concealer is very good. It's a 24-hour concealer, and they do, I think, quite a lot of shades, about 30 shades in there.
Okay.
And I tend to use 2 shades per person because depends if somebody's got quite puffy eyes, then you want a slightly deeper shade on the bag of the eye and a lighter shade underneath. But also bear in mind that the Smashbox concealers oxidize. So when you put them on, it looks pale at first, but it will go 1 or 2 shades darker. So remember that when people are choosing their colors. But I think that's a great primer.
But is there any primer that you would want us to put before that? Any primer, any product before
around the eye?
concealer?
No, I just think using be careful of what the actress or your client is using around her eyes anyway. So if she's put a lot of foundation, a lot of moisturizer on her face, and it's gone further up the eye area here, it's going to go very shiny very quickly. So I would remove the excess, make sure that the skin is super dry, and then put the concealer on over the top.
So you don't need to put any skincare product or any eye base or any eye primer before putting a concealer.
It depends on what their need is. If they've got very dry eyes anyway, then you will need that. If they're a maturer person and they've got lines coming through, then a little bit of eye gel with your ring finger, just patting that around the eye area. And even that motion of patting around the eye is so good for helping with lymphatic drainage. So it's great for actually easing away the puffiness. So ring finger.
Which eye gel would you recommend, darling?
Oh gosh, there's a brilliant brand called Skinergy, and I think they import to India. That's SKN-RG. Exceptionally good. It's called Eye Elixir. That is brilliant, and it's an organic, certified organic and vegan brand as well.
Oh wow!
I'm a big supporter of them. But if you want something a bit more mainstream, then you could try. Who's got a really good one? I think actually the Smashbox one's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
The basic line is pretty good, actually. You could try that.
Okay. Oh, I just did a masterclass with Smashbox in their mall, in the Phoenix Mall.
Oh, you have?
They made me endorse their new lip color called Gulabi.
Ah.
So I did that, and I did with them a huge masterclass in the atrium of the mall, and it was a big hit. I love their stuff. So in fact, they promised to send me stuff. It's still not come. I hope y'all are watching, guys. I'm still waiting. The courier companies have already started. So please send me my products soon, so I can really, practice and create magic like Armand is, kind of advising me. So
another good product as well, Ojas, is for fixing the makeup. You could use two. There's either the Kryolan fixing spray or the Urban Decay.
Urban Decay or Kryolan. Okay. And what do you think about? Sorry.
I love Urban Decay. I think they're a really good brand.
Oh, okay. And what would you advise us in terms of setting powder? What do they do?
Setting powder, I tend to use this two. There's one from a brand called Emani, which is Emani. They're a vegan brand created by an American makeup artist, and that's beautiful. So the bamboo setting powder is stunning. I use that a lot. Or there's Anika Organic.
Okay.
Which again, you can get online. That's certified organic as well. That's a really good powder.
Oh wow!
And then Kryolan. Kryolan have a very good setting powder as well, which fixes everything.
Okay. And like you shared us a wonderful trip that you said that people, when they have bags under the eyes, you said you would use a little warmer color inside the bag, and the outer area you said you would use a lighter color.
Yes. So you go one shade slightly darker,
right,
skin tone on the puffiness,
right.
One shade lighter than the skin tone underneath.
Okay.
Because light enhances, dark recedes. So the darker the powder, it will knock the puffiness back. So that's a really good tip. Especially good for people that wear spectacles, because that can cause a lot of pressure here, build up a lot of puffiness here. That's a really good way to knock that puffiness back.
Okay. And what kind of a powder would you advise putting on puffy eyes?
Sorry, say that again, darling.
What kind of a powder would we put to set the puffy eyes after the concealer?
Yeah, just like the bamboo setting powder, just any kind of pressed powder or very lightweight powder. You don't need a lot, because what you don't want to do is have any kind of powder sitting in any lines.
Right.
And just buff that. Use either a beauty blender or a soft concealer buffing brush.
Okay. Oh, wow. And what is the PT white powder that a lot of people talk about? Some, it looks like a white compact, and they say it's a PT white powder to put under the eye. What does that do?
Well, I've never used it, so I think it's something to bounce the light and make the eye.
It's just a gimmick, right? It's just a gimmick, right?
Yeah, it's something else for a makeup artist to buy and somebody to buy into. So we're not using it. So obviously it's not made a difference to our lives. And we're working on a daily basis with faces.
The
key is, you know what, Ojas? Our kits can get as big as we like. And you can't keep reinventing the wheel. It's just the same shades that get launched every year, but with
True,
a
true.
different name to it and a slightly different shade. Um,
It's just a marketing gimmick. I'm sure that's what they do.
it is really. And for me, I'm more about the texture of a product and the ethics of a brand as well. I'm very much into about brands and their ethics, and also whether they're cruelty free or and what's in the actual product itself. So that helps my clients not only look good but also feel good, because they know that I've taken the time to look into what's in that product that's going on their face.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh my God. That's so much of information. My God, we really, really, really love you.
Oh, bless you. Darling, you know
Bless
what?
you.
This has been an incredible chat. We must do this more often.
We have
Hopefully,
to, we have
everybody's
to,
got
we have
lots of
to.
Ojas's tips as well.
Oh my God, oh
And you
my
have
God.
totally smashed this natural look. So,
Oh my God. Thank you so much. It's all thanks to your help. I mean, I've learned so much with my cheekbone, which I'm definitely going to follow to the T. And do you want to answer a few questions, Arman, in case anybody has any questions for you?
yeah, if anybody's got any questions, let me turn on the. Ooh, hang on a second. Let me just turn on the. Hang on a second. Turn on the comments. Let's 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down the comments.
Okay.
Wow, there's a lot of comments. Lots of people saying that you are the best,
Oh.
Ojas.
It's all
Lots
your
of
love and
people.
Arman's love and everybody, kind of coordination together. So we love you all, my darling. Thank you. That's so reassuring.
We've got people like All About Face, Rena joined, Charlie, Deepa. Wow, we've had a lot of people join
Oh,
us.
wow.
So no, we haven't got that many questions really at the moment, but if anybody has got a question.
Here, I have some. They're
Oh,
asking
you got some?
the two different concealers put on a foundation, how would you blend them? Darling, he already explained that to you all in detail.
Yeah.
If you're going to
Ring
follow the
finger
story
or
and
beauty
go a
blender.
little higher, you want to tell us quickly the tip, darling, Arman?
Okay, so you put the deeper shade on the puffiness of the eye, the lighter shade just here. You can use the applicator itself if it's on your skin. If you're doing it on a client, never use the applicator directly onto their skin because it's bad hygiene. Always decant it onto an aluminium tray and use your concealer brush or ring finger just to pat it in and smooth that in. Obviously, we're trying to minimize the amount of times now that we're touching somebody's face with our fingers. So use a concealer brush or a beauty blender to buff that in.
Fabulous. Then they're asking, love to learn from you, sir and ma'am. How sweet. That's so sweet. Thank you. Okay, best foundation, what would you recommend for brides, they're asking?
Jess, what would you recommend for best foundation?
I right now I'm very happy with the Giorgio Armani designer lift and the designer cream. I think they really work very well. And like you said, that I take just a wee bit buff in the skin and they look like skin. It doesn't look like one face pack or something. Because then, like I feel, when they wear clothes which are clear and you feel the stains have come on the clothes and it looks very scary. Yes, unless somebody wants to look very bright, then we try to match the skin and mattify the neck as well. But I think that works. But what was your one take? I also love this. In fact, I want to ask your advice. I'm right now going to try that. Somebody just sent me the Sheer Glow Foundation by NARS.
Okay.
What is your take on this, darling?
Well, I can't use NARS because they sell in China. So, which means that they will test on animals. So it's not a cruelty-free brand. So that's the reason why I can't use NARS, unfortunately.
Oh my
They're a
God. Okay.
beautiful brand, but it's just something that I can't carry in my kit. But what I would use is Urban Decay 24-hour foundation, which is a lightweight foundation, or the Smashbox foundation, or Charlotte Tilbury.
Oh yeah, Charlotte Tilbury is also magic. In fact, I love the magical cream also. But I've
Yeah,
never tried the Smashbox foundation. Unfortunately, I don't know why. I must want to try them out.
the hydrating one is really good. 24-hour hydrating one, and they do lots of shades too. So it's an
Okay,
easy
but
one
you
to
said
use.
Urban Decay is also really nice, right? You mentioned Urban Decay.
Beautiful, beautiful brand. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you
Then,
want to use a powder that has an SPF, so you can
Mhm.
reapply it, there's a gorgeous mineral powder by Anika Organic. That's
Okay.
INIKA Organic.
Okay.
back to
Okay.
25 in there, and you literally buff it on. Anytime I'm doing TV or if I'm doing a photo shoot for me, I will put it on me because you can't tell that you're wearing it. So that's the beauty about that particular.
Oh wow, that's right. In AK. Okay. And they're asking how to hide acne marks.
Okay, so personally, it depends on what type of acne mark they are. If it's scar tissue that has got indentation, or if it's raised, two different techniques. If it's raised, I tend to use a slightly deeper color concealer just directly onto the raised area. And then I blur that down with a slightly lighter powder just around the edge of it. Because then, because it's lighter, that will actually, sorry, because it's darker, that will flatten the mark.
Oh, okay.
If
Wow.
it's an indentation, then you need something light reflecting to go onto the actual blemish and to bounce the light out so it pulls out that indentation so it makes your skin look a lot softer.
Oh my God, that's such a lovely tip. I hope you'll remember this tip. Please by heart it, make a note of it. Okay, can you give us some tips for contouring men's face?
Okay, so I would suggest for a guy's face, always have three different shades. So you have the shade of color of foundation that matches their neck tone. That's the one that is the dominant shade. Then you have a shade darker, which would be used to maybe contour here, here, here. And then you have a shade lighter, which would go here, here, maybe just slightly above the lip, and maybe here. So only three shades, that's all. If they've got very dry skin, I would use all cream or liquid. If they've got
Oh,
very oily skin, I would use more powder. And
oh,
usually men
okay.
tend to have a slightly oilier skin. So try and go for mineral powder.
Oh, okay. That's a great thing. And somebody's saying that can you please, DM me, or if you have my number on WhatsApp, so whatever the product you were mentioning, the powders, everything, if you can just write the spelling and send it to me, I can share it with them.
Yes, yes, I will do, darling. I will
Yeah.
do that. But
And
of course, if anybody's got any questions, obviously, Ojas follows me. You can follow me at Armand Beasley, and that is on Instagram. But obviously, we're going to be doing a lot more of these for Makeup Week, and we're hopefully going to be doing these live when I can come over and see you. It'd be good to
oh,
do a bit of a road show. It'd be
oh
great.
my God. That's going to be really good news, guys. So please stay following us, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, how do you decide between bronzer and contour?
Personally, I would use only a bronzer, tiny bit. I'm not a big fan of glitter and sparkle and shimmer. I think it's overused. I like skin to look like skin, but then add a little bit of glitter or sparkle only in tiny little areas because then it makes it look more special. So I would tend to go with a powder to contour everything. And then I may add a little bit of a bronzer just to get some warmth, just here, maybe around the hairline or maybe under here. That's all. I don't know. I see a lot of
Just to
people.
add a little warmth to the face.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Guy, I hope that answers your question, my darling Nidhi. You're
Oh,
such an
Jess,
amazing
we're running out
person.
of time, my darling. It's going to cut off in less than a minute.
Okay,
So,
so sorry, guys. We need to say a
thank you.
big thank you to Arman for his valuable time. And
Oh,
we
bless you.
promise we're going to be back with many, many more such tutorials. It's going to be a lot of fun. So please keep spreading the love. Stay positive, stay blessed, and don't worry. Be happy. Be confident. This is just a passing phase, and life is going to bounce back as usual. And we're all going to be there loving each other and spreading lots of love and positivity. So thank you, Arman, for your valuable